What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Salford City Career Mode in FIFA 20, and we are looking good right now. We're in January. The transfer market is, of course, active, but I'm not really going to go and spend any money because the players that we could be interested in are still going to be in the same situation as they were in the early part of the season, aka they're not going to really be interested in signing with us, and I'm not really looking to get anybody on loan. I feel like the team is good enough for right now, and I would rather go and try to spend a bit more on some better players come the next transfer window in the summer after this season, because hopefully we will be a league above this when we should be in League 1. If everything continues as we're going, I feel very, very confident that will be the case. So we just have to kind of fight through this. We have to keep on going. We've had a couple of difficult results, I think, in the last couple of videos, so it is time for us to try to just extend our lead and try to get ourselves a nice little cushion as we're starting off this match against Walsall pretty well. Have had a couple of good chances already. Ferreira puts in the cross on the corner. Medina hits the top bar. It was a hell of a header too off the corner. One of our, probably our best corner so far this season. Walsall in the second half get their first opportunity, and Ketia, he's unstoppable in behind the defense, and he makes it 1-0. A 62nd minute goal for Nketiah. And this guy kind of reminds me of Timo Werner in my Cagliari series. I mean, this guy's just uncatchable, especially at this level. Like, he's not, I think he has like 89 pace or 86 pace or something like that, which for this level is just insanely high. They're never going to catch him. He's just a little bit physically weak, and if we can improve his physical strength and his positioning, I do believe this guy's going to be an absolute monster for years to come. And of course, the big question is, can we keep him after his 2-year loan spell ends? We'll have to see. I'm feeling confident that at least he's going to be able to carry us to the championship. That's, at this point in time, that's the most important thing for me, obviously. And I think that's probably a pretty good way to look at things, is like that's our biggest objective, and we can definitely reach it. And then once we get to the championship, if he does decide to leave, we can try to find somebody else. So we'll see what happens, but I'm feeling very, very confident in him as a player, and definitely look forward to seeing what he can do, not just in the game at this point, but also in real life. And obviously, I'm not an Arsenal fan. In fact, I would consider myself a bit of an Arsenal hater, but maybe not like despising them, but I would definitely enjoy watching them fail. But I do want to see what he can do, because he has become a pupillo, as my man Joe Pina, who has more ass than soul, would say. As Walsall almost make it 1-1. Good opportunity for him. Dest gives a risky ball to Medina, but luckily the referee has seen enough. It finishes 1-0 for us. A decent 3 points here. Like, not against the top team. I mean, they're against a decent team, but not against an elite team. But always 3 points, you know, they go on. They're always helpful. Let me put it that way. They are extremely helpful, especially right now where we're kind of in a situation where we're just kind of cruising towards the end of the season. We have a transfer offer for Ethan Hill, who of course is probably going to be our best player down the line. He was, of course, bought or recruited from the elite level scout that you're sometimes given at the beginning of a career mode. So we don't want to lose him. That's definitely one of the few players that we absolutely do not want to lose in any way whatsoever. And it's time for, I think, an FA Cup 4th round clash with Barnsley, a team that's a league or two above us. I think they're in League 1 at this point in time. We have a great opportunity early on in the match, but unfortunately not able to exploit it. And Ketia in behind the defense, he shoots it straight at the keeper, who makes a decent save. Nothing really too difficult about that one. And of course, this time Zidane actually makes a decent one of his own. He's been improving a little bit, I will say that. And obviously this time he's not able to do anything. The ball goes right through Medina's legs, ends up in the back of the net. And it's 1-0 for Barnsley. This is going to be a tough match. You can already tell it's going to be a tough match, because, you know, half the time in FIFA you can just kind of feel it in the controller, and this is one of those where I could definitely feel it. Just a beautiful strike from right there at the edge of the box, and it's 2-0 after 34 minutes. It's going to be extremely difficult to get anything out of this match at this point. I mean, Barnsley are playing good football. Just look at this. It was just a pinpoint accuracy. It was pinpoint accuracy right there with that left-footed strike, and it's 2-0. And Ketia inside the box with his own left foot, and he puts it wide. Like, that's just kind of showing you guys what kind of a match this is. It's just, you know, extremely unlucky, and it's just kind of feeling like it's destined for us to be for us to lose. So it's a shame. Opportunity once again for Barnsley. Good save from Zidane, who, like I said, has at least been improving a little bit. I've been trying to pump him up. With some training and stuff like that here and there. Sometimes I don't show you guys because it's just kind of useless to show every single time. So we've been trying to boost him up a little bit and see if we can actually get him to being a higher overall, at least until we sign a better goalkeeper, or at least one who has more potential. So it's going to take a little bit of time, but we desperately need a decent goalkeeper. I mean, he's just not good enough. I don't know. I signed him because I figured, listen, like, he's the son of one of the greatest footballers of all time. I'm sure he has some potential, and I was wrong. I was definitely very, very wrong. But it is what it is. Mistakes have been made. For this level, he's still okay. He's still doing more or less his job, as we have another opportunity to at least close the distance a little bit, close the gap between us and Barnsley, but we're not able to. Another opportunity here. It's a beautiful ball in. Thankfully, the striker isn't able to get his left foot onto it the way he should have, and we're still in this match. Wilson with just a phenomenal strike right here. Just a beautiful goal. One of the best goals I think I've scored in this game. I mean, just look at this. Look at the pass right here. It's a nice loud pass. Wilson, the ball is coming from over his shoulder from behind him. I mean, just look at this. Sensational goal with his weak foot, too. Perfectly catches it on the bridge of his foot and puts it in the bottom corner. Just a fantastic strike. Too bad it's going to be a little too late. Still a beautiful goal. Probably the best goal we'll score this season, considering the players we have. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough. But I mean, like I said, guys, like it wasn't the main priority. An FA Cup run isn't the main priority. The main priority is of course getting promotion, winning the championship. But obviously, we wanted a nice little FA Cup run. But we got past 3 rounds, and I think that is respectable. That is, fair play to us, I believe. I think that's actually surpassing expectations. So I'll go ahead and consider it a successful FA Cup run. We just came up against a team that was playing good football, and we lost. I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. It happens. Salford beat Cambridge 2-1. 3 points. Always helpful. And we're going to be, like I said, simulating all matches that aren't against the top 8 teams. We have another offer for Hill. It seems like this is going to be a pretty common theme, and they seem to be all teams from Eastern Europe slash Turkey, which is kind of weird. I mean, I guess those are teams that are looking for these young, talented players to build up and then sell to some of the major clubs across Europe. I guess that's kind of their game plan. It makes sense. But I'm not going to be selling Hill unless I absolutely have to. Ferreira with a great strike from outside the box. It was a decent save from the keeper. Probably wasn't as difficult as it maybe have seemed, but it was still a nice little shot there from Ferreira against Port Vale, a team that we've played. I think last time we had a difficult match against them, and now we're 1-0 up after 24 minutes. Another goal from Ferreira, who has really, really been growing throughout this season. Like I was saying, I think it was a last video or a video before that or something like that. I was pretty disappointed with him to start the season, but he's really starting to grow with goals and assists. He's been probably our most important player. I was looking at his stats the other day, and he's just got an insane amount of goals and assists, like 12 goals in total throughout the season, like 15 assists or something like that, obviously in all competition. So he's just been a phenomenal player for us. A couple of defensive mistakes here, but we still maintain the lead, which is the important thing. Ferreira comes out. See how that changes. A bicycle kick. It doesn't actually end up doing anything. It was pretty pretty bizarre from that striker right there. Really no reason at all to do that. And the match, it's going to end with another 1-0 win. So that's 2 1-0 wins in this video alongside a 2-1 loss in the FA Cup. So right now, defensively we're playing pretty well. Obviously against Barnsley, we conceded 2 goals, but I mean the second one was just an absolute #worldy. The first one, I can't remember exactly what the goal was, but regardless, like Barnsley played good football, and to be fair, you can't really do too much off of a strike like that. So we've been playing pretty well defensively. Let's see if we can maintain that going into the final match of the video against Exeter in the Leasing.com Trophy. This is a semi-final actually. The area final, as they call it, which is just the final, just the semi-final. And then Nketiah, after 5 minutes, makes it 1-0. Exeter's actually a team, I think they are towards the front of the group as well, in the championship. So this isn't against a trash team. This is against one of the better teams on our level. So we'll see if we can make this an easy win. As Bowman gives Fisher a great ball, and he makes it 1-1. Great match to start off. Like, opportunities on both ends. goals on both ends. Just good football from both sides. Look at that. It's a nice little back pass right there for the assist. So well done to Exeter. Have to give them compliments. They actually have another opportunity too, pretty early on, to make it 2-1. A nice header, just finished wide. Another header opportunity here. This time it was, you know, pretty. That was a pretty difficult angle for them to score on, and they almost make it 2-1 off of a beautiful strike. Thankfully, hits the top bar, and we're still in this match. Ferrera's going to come out. We're going to throw in Wilson. Going to throw in Jervis. And yeah, I mean, we have to have, you know, we have to improve our bench. That's for sure. Jervis is an okay player, but he's no elite level player. So we definitely have to try to improve that. As we're going to, I believe, penalties. And there you go, penalties. I think this might be our first penalty shootout with Salford. If it's not our first, it's our second. And Zidane gets just completely owned with the first one. Shoots it straight down the middle. Zidane goes to his right. It's a shame. Turnbull. And he hits it. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect penalty, which is not easy with players of this level. Zidane jumps the wrong way. However, I think that was Williams or something like that, the guy's name. He completely misses. Wilson. Oh, he hits the top bar. Williams telegraphs which way he's going, and Zidane makes the save. Jervis aiming for the top right corner. And it's a good save from the keeper for Exeter, too. Seymour versus Zidane. Seymour skies it. And Ketia, our best player by far, at least as a goal scorer. He misses it as well. This could be decisive for Sweeney. Oh, it was an okay penalty, just a little bit too soft. And if we score this with Medina, we have won the semi-final. And Medina skies it. Goalkeeper was rooted to the spot. Dodd, opportunity. And he makes it regardless of Zidane being able to make contact with it. Need a clutch penalty here from Ferguson. Aiming for the bottom corner. And he scores it. Goalkeeper goes the wrong direction. Every penalty is extremely important right now. And Exeter miss another penalty. Oh my, I don't know what the hell is going on. Like, these guys are trash at penalties. Like, both of our teams are just horrible. Hill. Opportunity to close it out. And he does. 3-2 on penalties. Hell of a match right here, man. Just overall, just a great performance from both sides. Of course, we have to silence them in their home stadium. We have to shush their asses. 3-2 on penalties. Straight to Torturetto. Just a great game in general, man. I gotta say, like, this was a hell of a match. You know, like, goals for both teams, chances for both sides, and then, of course, penalties, and we win it after just an exhilarating penalty shootout. Our center back, by the way, hitting what was arguably our best penalty of the match. And there you go. We're moving on to the final, and I'll be interested to see who came out of the other area. It'd be very interesting to see. I think probably the best teams available for this cup are probably going to be like Sunderland, you know, teams that are Sunderland, maybe Bolton, teams like that are maybe, I don't know if Bolton's actually available in this. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if they're in the championship or what, but take a look at the situation in the league right now. We have played 31 matches to everybody else's 33, and we have a 4-point lead, which means if we win both of our makeup matches, we have essentially won the title. So we're actually looking really, really good. I'm feeling very confident. Colchester's going to be a huge match. Obviously, they are in second position, so if we can beat them, that's pretty much the championship done and dusted, and we'll be on our way to winning the title. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and let me know in the comment section down below in general what you think of this series over the team and what we can achieve over the next few years. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.